10-part
Drive to Survive, yep. And
Netflix turned that.
Don't worry, guys. I know, right? Because there's bit there for a while there it was about 50-50. People saying, watch Drive to Survive, and the other 50 saying, it's a bit dramatic. You know what I mean? So, like, I've got it covered. I am going to watch it. I am going to definitely watch it. But I am going to be wary of the fact that they're going to make some stuff up in terms of drama. What's up, squad? It's your Squid, aka the Anxious Squid, here at Anxious Squid Productions. These F1 videos have been getting me a whole bunch of views. I've been learning about the sport. It's a win-win-win. And yeah, I figured this one came up in my recommendeds, how YouTube changed Formula 1. And in my last video, I was talking about how, like, you know, it was explaining to me social media has played a huge part in the progression of F1 in America. And I was like, well, yeah, that you know, that's probably me as well, because I've been doing videos on YouTube and all that sort of stuff as well. And yeah, then this one came up. So I was like, it's serendipitous. I may as well watch it. Let's give it a look, shall we?
Fast cars.
Let's go back.
Fast cars. Spectacular races. And vibrant cities. Formula 1 is among the most popular sports in the world. Almost 500 million unique viewers watch the races. Having that many people watch
that's a
means
lot.
Serious money from broadcasting and sponsorship deals. The Formula 1 group is a multi-billion-dollar enterprise.
I bet.
But the most unexpected figure when looking into the success of Formula 1, it is the fastest growing sport on social media. That is impressive because just a couple of years ago, then Formula 1 bought...
Yeah, this is the graph that I was looking at in that video that I was just talking about. Like, look at that growth on social media compared to the rest of it, you know what I mean? Like, YouTube's got to be helping.
Bernie Ecclestone said, I'm not interested in tweeting, Facebook, and whatever this nonsense is. I'd rather get to the 70-year-old guy who's got plenty of cash. Now we could just
That's one way of looking at it.
But first, Bernie Ecclestone is way too old to be a boomer. And secondly, how was Formula 1 able to build such a strong digital brand, although their boss had nothing but ignorance left for the digital generation?
Because he delegated.
Formula 1 group managed to leave heavyweights like the Premier League, NBA, and UFC behind and become the fastest growing sports league on social media?
Quality of product, probably.
Ecclestone's control of the sport, which grew from his pioneering sale of television rights in the late 70s, was chiefly financial. But under his leadership, the Formula 1 group also managed the administration, setup, and logistics of each Grand Prix, making him one of the richest men in the United Kingdom.
Makes sense.
While Ecclestone understood very well how profitable broadcasting rights could be, he failed to understand the rise of digital media. His aversion against Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter was also grounded in the way he saw...
Hey Google, who is the owner of the AFL franchise, the Sydney Swans?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
I'm going to Google it the old-fashioned way, because I'm pretty sure it's an Ecclestone. That's interesting. Let me look at that. Let me look at that. Sydney Swans owner. Jeffrey Edelston. Alright, there we go, never mind.
Customers. His
Pronounced and spelled differently.
Was the 70-year-old guy with plenty of cash. He simply didn't understand why people want to get to the so-called young generation. Most of these kids haven't got any money, he said.
They will do, though, and if you can build entrenched fucking support, they'd be brain dead.
The race series was suffering from decreasing interest and loss in sponsorship deals.
Jeez,
Over the past few decades, revenue was mainly generated through TV rights and race hosting fees. Formula 1 even lacked a professional marketing department.
Streaming rights needs to go up.
Not set up for the 21st century. That changed when Liberty Media bought the Formula 1 group in 2017. They didn't cut corners and relaunched the brand less than a year after acquisition and replaced the old logo, which caused quite a debate. An unprecedented marketing campaign followed. Official esports competitions, a fantasy game, a sports betting deal, and a machine learning collaboration with Amazon. One after another. Let's unpack how Liberty Media reinvented the Formula 1 brand.
Let's. This guy's an awesome content creator. As always, as is the case with every reaction video I do, if you want to watch that video, if you want to watch it without me and my stuff and all of that sort of jazz, the link is right at the bottom of the description after all the stuff that makes me money.
Ecclestone, Liberty Media started with data. The first 3 months were spent exclusively on deep research into their fanbase. they came out of it with a thorough understanding of what the fans wanted.
Yeah, nice.
To get closer to the sport. By analyzing the results, they were also able to gain significant information about which consumer groups to target. One very interesting group of fans are the casual buyer, and I think that's where social media is a tremendous opportunity. So Liberty Media began to exploit the marketing potential of the internet. They have significantly increased their social media presence to interact more with precisely this kind of consumer group.
You're probably going to make more money if you get $1 from every casual viewer than if you get $5 from all your diehards, you know what I mean? Like, or if you get $1 from a casual viewer every second month, as opposed to $5 from all your diehards every month, you know? Like, it's good business practice. It makes a lot of sense.
And fans that are connected through these channels.
That's interesting.
The volume of social content across all major platforms each day is impressive. The F1 highlight videos we all watch on YouTube. Thanks for that, Liberty Media.
Yeah.
And it pays off. For the third year in a row, F1 is the fastest growing major sport on social media.
You're welcome.
Check out their YouTube channel.
You're welcome, F1.
They more than doubled their subscribers in 2020 from below 2 million to more than 4.5. More significantly, more than half of these new fans were under the age of 35. These are fans that have the potential to support the sport for many decades to come.
That is interesting.
For that success is a lot of great content like videos and images.
Wow, yeah, where's that at? That looks cool.
Turned into engaging social media posts. And in that
they obviously
regard,
got a good
Formula
social media
1 is in a
manager,
prime
yeah.
position. Unlike other sports, Formula 1 handles all the broadcast logistics itself. The group then provides a global fee to its TV partners, each of whom pay a hefty price for broadcasting rights. Those networks then add their own commentary and on-screen graphics for rebroadcast.
This is something that many people didn't think could possibly happen today.
Global broadcast revenues for 2018 amounted to more than $600 million.
Wow.
Taking care of the broadcast in-house also means that Formula 1 Group owns all the copyright and has full control over the content and its look and feel. For decades, Formula 1 has led the world of sports broadcasting with pioneering technologies such as onboard cameras, live graphics, helicopter cameras, and ultra-high definition. At every race, they deploy 90 cameras, 147 microphones, and 50 miles of cable, capturing over 430 hours of live TV per season.
It happens.
As a result, the F1 Broadcast Center, the biggest and most complex transportable facility of its kind, is at the heart of the Formula 1 business.
The Broadcast Center is mobile.
To almost 500 million unique viewers around the world in 2019.
Is that what he just said? They completely flat pack rebuild the broadcast center every. I mean, I suppose it's going to go from race to race, but you'd think they'd send it off to this one stationary place,
capturing over 430 hours of live TV per season,
and then bounce it from there out to all its partners.
The F1 Broadcast Center, the biggest and most complex transportable facility of its kind, is at the heart of the Formula 1 business.
That's intense.
F1 provided live action to almost 500 million unique viewers.
But that's a lot of labor.
2019.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not just.
Came in. They started rethinking all.
That's not just like fucking getting it all like. Just think of the manpower that has to make that. Well, and woman power. Like, think of the labor. You know what I mean? Like, sorry for any of the people watching this that might get. I mean, then again, this is my subscriber rate. So if you're a chick watching this, like, you know what you're getting, right? Like, it's all good, but that's a lot of people that have to be involved in doing a lot of different things to get a facility like that packed up and like packed down.
Positions to reflect the speed of the sport. They also changed the positioning of the microphones on the cars to make sure the TV viewers experience the unique sound of the engines.
Nice. Singing the song of the engine.
To capture the sport on camera also set the groundwork for new ways of leveraging the content. In 2018, F1 signed a deal with Netflix to hand over complete editorial control to produce a 10-part
Drive to Survive, yep.
And Netflix turned that.
Don't worry, guys. I know, right? Because there's bit there for a while there it was about 50-50. People saying, watch Drive to Survive, and the other 50 saying, it's a bit dramatic. You know what I mean? So, like, I've got it covered. I am going to watch it. I am going to definitely watch it. But I am going to be wary of the fact that they're going to make some stuff up in terms of drama. Like, they're going to try and edit it in a way to make it look more dramatic and make it look like the drivers are, like, heated competing with each other when they're chill. You know what I mean? Like, but I have been told by no shorter than, like, at least 100 people watch Drive to Survive, so I will.
Exclusive access into fascinating content that, in turn, brought in new audiences and even boosted F1 ticket sales. While many new initiatives were designed to gain new viewers, part of their strategy was doubling down on providing value for their most passionate fans.
Yeah, nice.
Research told them that these hardcore fans wanted to go deeper, so they reimagined the F1 app to offer in-depth analysis.
See, good shit, something for everyone. Get the casuals, get the newbies, get the diehards. Give everyone what they want.
F1 has formed a partnership with Amazon Web Services to add more strategic elements to its on-screen graphics. During a Grand Prix, every car contains 120 sensors, which generate over 1 million telemetry data points per second, transmitted from the cars to the pits. This real-time data is combined with over 69 years of historical race data to inform fans and teams about the trackside decision-making.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That sounds very fancy and technical, so here's an example. With the Insight Fastest Driver, Amazon and F1 aim to compare the drivers from different eras and create ranks for each track.
Okay.
The machine learning algorithm takes the times from every qualifying session in a driver's career. It removes any outlying laps, such as those affected by weather, and it compares them to the driver's teammates to eliminate the performance of the car. They are then matched against other drivers through a network of teammate relationships, giving a rank based on pure speed and a gap to the fastest driver in seconds.
Okay, all the algorithms and shit.
That mass of digital activities that Liberty Media has inaugurated will not just help reach followers. It will amass the oil of the 21st century, data.
The oil of the 21st. That's an argument I've not heard before. That's interesting. Data.
Company to an entertainment
That's a good point too.
Shannon talks of making each race a spectacle like the Super Bowl or a heavyweight boxing match in Las Vegas. A multi-day celebration that takes over the host city and appeals to casual fans as well as committed supporters. He wants to simplify the cars, make racing more competitive, and turn all drivers into superstars, not just household names like Vettel and Hamilton. Which brings us to a more fundamental issue.
Yeah, everyone
competitive balance.
Up and bouncing like in
Hamilton
NASCAR.
has won 4 world championships in a row. It is extremely rare that a driver outside of Mercedes, Ferrari or Red Bull gets on the podium. That's why Liberty Media introduced new sporting, technical and financial regulations from 2021
Get a bit of parity?
Including a budget cap of $145 million.
Ooh, that's interesting, like a salary cap type thing.
Those regulations are designed to bring about more exciting racing, greater competitive
more equality,
balance,
greater parity, yeah.
Financial sustainability.
Greater parity in the league, that's interesting.
It remains to be seen if a budget cap will be successful in creating more exciting
Only
races.
one way to find out.
Formula One will definitely be prepared to capture those and turn them into compelling digital content.
Yeah, that's it.
They are
We'll have a look at the data of it as well.
major changes to modernize the sport. The days that Formula One is not interested in Twitter, Facebook and YouTube are over.
There's potentially though, because of that...
Formula One only on pay TV in most countries. We share our videos on YouTube for...
Yeah, cool. Good on him. Thank you for that, man. As I said, check out his video, bottom of the description. There's a link to it and all that sort of jazz. But yeah, that's a really interesting argument. It's a really interesting way of putting it. And it's probably because that Eccleston guy was so steadfastly against the technology improvements across it. Like, there's probably an aspect of, like, fans feeling a bit spoilt now because they had such a lack of that beforehand, you know what I mean? So, like, it's like the wave as it turns on, you know? That's really interesting, though. I like that. That's cool. I'm glad I'm participating in the growth by being a reaction channel and learning about F1 as I go. If there's another YouTube video on Formula One you want me to check out next, leave the link in the description. I'm far more likely to watch something you suggest if you leave a link to it than if you just say, hey, look this up. You know what I mean? So yeah, do me a solid. If you want a guaranteed reaction, $5 is all it costs. You get to join these mad dogs. Your name gets on that list. And yeah, every month you get at least one guaranteed reaction. So that'd be sick. I like money, turning some of yours into mine on a monthly basis and watching some more cool shit that you know more about than me. Like, it's just win, 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 win. Everyone wins. You know what I mean? That'd be awesome. But if you don't want to do that, if you can't be bothered or you can't afford it or anything like that, don't stress. Just hit subscribe, hit the like button, leave some comments. Maybe send one of my videos to a friend of yours as well. I'm trying to build as many subscribers as I can. I'm trying to hit 10,000 before the end of this year, which is 2021, in case you're watching this in the future. Let me know in the comments section. Did I do it? If you're watching this in 2022, did I hit 10K? How many subs have I got right now? Anyway, yeah, help me out. I'll see you guys when I look at you. You'll see me when you look at me. Thanks so much for watching.